Hey guys, how's it going? Just a few problems I've been having with my Venus Flytraps this year, especially my Royal Red and B52. They've been showing a lot of weird deformed growth and growing oddly, and my Royal Red's been declining for the last month now. So the other night I took it out of the pot and took away all the old soil, and it was what I expected. It had some fungus issues, so I cleaned all around the side, got all the fungus off, and any bad growth that looked infected with fungus, I took that off as well, and it's looking alright, and I think it's got a pretty good chance of surviving. So we're going to plant that up today, and also I'm going to do the same for my B52 pot, because I think that the symptoms look pretty much the same, so I'd not be surprised if the B52 is struggling with fungus damage as well. So that's what we're going to be doing.
Dr. Greenthumb's Savage Garden.
So I got a few new pots the other day. I really like these plastic ones I found from a garden centre. Nice and hard, and white is brilliant for reflecting the light of the sun. My B52 divisions I made this year, they're doing really good. I don't know if I've got a photo on what they were like when I first took them. They're doing really good, and they really like these pots, but I think that they might end up suffering the same problem. So just as a preventative, I'm gonna scrape back a bit of this soil as well, and mix more silica sand into it, because I can see a little bit of fungus growing. So it's nice to keep that little bit of your topsoil. Normally I always put like a centimetre or so and keep it a bit more sandy, but this year I didn't. I thought I'd not have so much in. I don't know why, but I think that's the problem, and the sandiness at the top really does help to keep down any mould growth and stuff. So I can see in both of my division pots here that it's a bit there's a bit of mould growing, but it's not too much, it's not too bad. They're doing pretty good in general, these plants. So but I'm gonna do it anyway, just as a preventative. So let's first get that Royal Red potted up and out of the way. So I've got some media mix in this pressure cooker here. I really hate wasting good media, especially when it's not old and it's fairly new. It's really expensive out here in Spain trying to find peat moss and stuff, so when you do get it, if I do have any problems like I had in my seed pots, really had bad luck with these Venus Flytrap seeds I had, it's a lot of media just to throw away. So forget throwing it away, I'll give it a good wash and put it in a pressure cooker I had this in for about half an hour, and I'm sure it'll be fine. So I've got my mix in here. What I'm going to do with this, it's got quite a bit of silica in it, but I'm going to add plenty more perlite and some more silica sand, and because I really want to make sure that the media has enough aeration going off inside. So we'll just mix this up, and I should have enough here for maybe 1 or 2 pots, we'll see. I normally just do my mixes by eye and mix it up by hand and see how it looks, you know. So let's get some more silica in this. I'll be using this spoon later to eat an ice cream with. Always make sure that your mixers can aerate well, and that the water can drain well from it as well, because Venus Flytraps don't like to be waterlogged at the end of the day. Okay, so this looks like it's pretty well mixed up. So let's get it in the pot. What a mess. You always try and do these things trying to not make as much mess as possible, but in the end you might as well just go ahead, Remember, I kept tropical fish for years, and doing water changes were always a pain in the backside. Tried my best not to spill a drop of water and keep it all mess free, but by the time I'd finished, it looked like I'd had a water fight in the house. Yeah, what a pain, big pain. So you can see I've got my mix ready here, and what I'm going to do once I've planted it, I'm just going to stick a bit more in. I'm going to stick a bit more silica sand just in that top level, just because I don't want to be having this problem again. Before I stick it in, I've got some general fungicide. Mixed into that. I'll give it a watering, but then after that I'm gonna be watering these plants sparsely until they show like they're doing quite good. But this all looks pretty good. I think it's definitely gonna do well in its new pot. Just good job I got it in time. Stick that in there. Just being careful not to damage the roots and keep the roots going in a straight line. It's lovely working with plants. It gets a bit disappointing sometimes when you have problems with them. Especially the worst is when you don't know what's wrong. Like, I didn't really know what was wrong with this at the first, and it was doing my head in. I saw these little insects in the soil which turned out to be what do you call them now? Springtails. And everyone's saying, nah, springtails are fine. And I was adamant that it was the springtails causing the problem. But no, it was the fungus. Apparently springtails eat fungus, so they were saying, nah, be happy that they're there. Maybe if it wasn't for the springtails, it would have died a lot sooner. So as you can see, I'm just got a spoon that my wife probably will be using to eat a yogurt later. If only she knew. But I'm just putting a sprinkle of this on top. I need to buy more silica sand. I don't know if I'll have enough to do my other pots, but I can do that another time. You know, just so you get the gist of what I'm doing. And then I'm just gonna, you do it with your finger, but I've got this left over from when I had my bonsai addiction. I gave up on bonsais, but comes in handy. Look, I'm just massaging that top bit, and that little chunk, I'll just break that up like that, and I think that will be a-okay. That should be. Let's get a bit more in there. Keep it nice and dry. I really like Royal Red. I think it's my favourite cultivar. It's beautiful colour, real deep maroon red, and then you've got that beautiful bit of lime green, and this is how it was looking just like maybe 2 months ago. It was really doing well in its new pot, but obviously it's been suffering from fungus damage, and I didn't clock on quick enough because I was too focused on looking after my new Nepenthes. So but he'll be fine. He'll be all right. Give it a bit of a squirt with anti-fungicide. Let's give it a bit of a watering as well with this stuff. Really great tool for watering your plants. You can stick it right where you want it. Trying to not get it in the center. Oh, just like I just did then. I look forward to showing you when they recover. What a big pain in the backside is what do you call them now? Fungus gnats. They keep getting in the soil. I hate them. I need to buy some more of that BT stuff because I've ran out, and that's one pot done. Okay, so we have my B52 here, and I think let's just take a bit of this soil away here, and replace it with something a bit more sandier, because I can see that these plants are going to end up having the same problem in the end, you know. So I'm just removing carefully the soil, and I'll be able to have a chance to have a look around the rhizome there and see how healthy it's looking. And then what I'm going to do is just rake in some sand, and that should help keep the surface nice and mould free, but then it's keeping the roots, the mix will still be nice and hold the moisture for the roots, because you never want your roots to dry out. What I normally do as well to test if my plant is dealing with fungus issues is, if you get an old leaf like this one what's gone black here, but you can see at the bottom of the leaf stem it's still a bit green, if you just give it just a little tug, if it's pretty on there, pretty solid, you know that the leaf's pretty solid on the rhizome. And one of the first things you'll notice is a leaf that's still got a bit of green on like that, when your plant's getting a bit of rot, it just pulls straight off and it just breaks apart. And that's what I noticed on my royal red the other day, and that's why I thought, forget the video, I've got to get this out of the pot now while I've still got time. So this is, it's a dead leaf, but it's got a bit of healthiness on the bottom, at the bottom of the leaf stem, but it's not coming out, it's in there solid, it's really anchored in there. And the plants are looking, this is looking lovely. It's another pot done. Just wash the centre out. I don't like soil building up in the centre. Alright, that's another pot done there. Okay, so we're on to the main pot now of the B52s. It's going to be quite hard trying to get these out, so I'm just going to do it a little bit at a time. And most of this soil I'm going to be able to reutilise and mix it in with that. The only thing I'm going to add more perlite to it and the rest of the silica sand that I have. So, and then I'm going to put them into obviously separate pots, clean them up a bit and see how the rhizomes are looking. So let's gently get them out. It's divided a lot since I repotted it this summer. This was only 3 plants, and it's just divided and divided. Got one there, look. An old rhizome here that can be salvaged. That'll grow something new. Yeah, all that's rot there. Wow, all that there rot. But that's just one summer of growth, and how many plants it's I'm not going to have enough pots. I'm going to have to just plant the ones I can, and then I'll have to buy some more pots tomorrow. I mean, look at all these awesome little divisions that have come from it. There's a bit of rot, but nothing terrible. I think the soil just wants aerating a bit more. Adding that perlite. I didn't add any perlite into the mix this year because I find perlite to be annoying, to be honest. I don't like it, the way it just floats to the top. Don't look nice. It's so ugly. But yeah. But yeah, lots of rot. Oh, and dead growth like that there, just pulling it off. Like that, look, can you see that there? That's all just rot, that, dead. Looks like it's an old rhizome that's finished, but it's rotted as well. Right, that's fine, I can leave that on. Pull that off there. There we are, another old bit of rot there. Just pull all that off. This might make a nice little leaf cutting, to be honest. It's got a bit of root on there, so I'm gonna keep that. It's got a bit of root. Put it in a bit of water and see if I can make another plant from it. Okay, so that's all my B52s out of the pot. So I'm going to plant as many of these as I can. I'm not going to get them all done because it's getting late now and I don't have enough pots. So I'll probably put two plants per pot, and then I'll have to get another pot another time. But so let's get a couple planted. This is actually 2 plants, so it's 11. I thought they were still kind of joined together, but they're not. Okay, hold it like that. I says I was going to plant 2 per pot, but depends how big they are. This one's quite big. I'll put the little ones in too, but I think that's too big to be put in with another one. I prefer that it fills the pod itself. And yeah, well, that's one. I've only got one pot left. I'm gonna have to go and buy a load of pots tomorrow, but so I want to put something fairly big in. Oh, this is quite a big pot. Maybe I can put 2 small ones in here. Quite, that's got a nice chunky bit of rhizome. Yeah, get you in there. Maybe this one too. Yeah. We'll put 2 in this pot. Yeah, I can't just believe how much they've grown this year, my B52s in particular. But I have been feeding them up quite a bit. I've been using 2 flex worms and blood worms, giving them a feeding every now and again, and maybe that explains a little bit of the supernatural growth. So I've run out of silica sand as well, so I can't top dress the other pot, but I'll go and do that tomorrow. So I've still got loads of divisions, but these will be fine. I can put these in a plastic container. I'll give them a spray with the anti-fungicide, and they'll keep like that for a few days until I have time, but I'll do it tomorrow. I don't like to leave it too long. So yeah, lovely. B52 used to be my absolute favourite VFT, but Royal Red's there now. But I mean, if I could get my hands on a maroon monster from the Flytrap Store, it'd be fantastic. But there's that many cultivars out there now, and they're all beautiful. But yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe if you've had similar issues. I'd like to hear about it, you know, and how you went around sorting it out. Yeah, I'll let you know. These will take them at least a few weeks to get going, but I can't wait to show you how they do. Hopefully they're going to do fine, and I'll have a video update about these coming out soon. So subscribe if you've not subscribed, and yeah, I'll keep you up to date.